Good evening. Today I wanted to talk about one of those dramatic turnarounds that takes place very rarely in stock markets. For the last several years, Tata Steel has been struggling, and I did talk about how it turned around in the last quarter of 2021. But things have got better for Tata Steel as the first quarter winds down. Tata Steel has reported a record profit this year of nearly 10,000 crores consolidated basis. It's not only Tata Steel India which has done well. It is Tata Steel Southeast Asia and Tata Steel Europe also have done relatively better than what they did last year. The steel prices have really shot up over the last 12 months. This has really helped companies like Tata Steel come out of the woods. As most of you would be aware, Tata Steel has been under the pump ever since its acquisition of Chorus in 2008. The stock has been continuously declining and at its nadir reached 250 rupees last year. The company had tried its best to deleverage by giving two rights issues over the last 10 years to augment its capital. The promoters Tata and Sons had invested a lot of money in that. Tata Steel also tried to consolidate its subsidiaries and tried every trick in the book to come out of this trouble. In between, there was an aborted bid to merge Tata Steel Europe with Tyson Group, which would have helped them deleverage a bit because it would have taken debt out of their balance sheet. But in March of last year, when things began to turn better, Tata Steel did a bold move by taking Bhushan Steel in a bid at the NCLT where it came for the auction. This expanded Tata Steel's presence in India big time. Even then, things were so precarious that Tata Steel had put up its Southeast Asian units in Singapore and in Thailand for sale. These were treated as assets for sale, but since the price was not good, nobody had come to buy them. At this time, Tata Steel also tried to separate its Dutch operations separately and try to sell it off and try to wriggle out of its problem in England. In fact, the English Chancellor for the Exchequer did not give the anticipated help for Tata Sons to turn around the British operations. Things look very bleak for Tata, but the steel cycle turned, and because of the asset inflation caused by so much excess liquidity floating in the market, thanks to the actions of all central bankers, the Federal Reserve, the UK Bank of England, and even the Reserve Bank of India, meant that commodity prices went on a tear. Tatas in India were lucky to have captive sources of iron so that they could manufacture steel at competitive prices and they were not dependent on other sources for iron ore. So, the rise of iron ore prices did not affect Tata Steel India. Thus, as the prices rose, Tata Steel started to turn around. In fact, in the first quarter of last year, things were so bad that Tata Steel had reported a loss of minus 4,500 crores. But things had started to get better over the last three quarters, and the last quarter was a bumper quarter. The overall EPS of the company for last year was around 117 rupees. But because they had made so much profits last year, they had begun the process of deleveraging. In March of last year, the total market cap of Tata Steel was one fourth of the total loan book. The entire Tata market cap was available for nearly less than 30,000 crores. That is, if somebody had put up 30,000 crores and bought the entire Tata Steel stock, they would have got Jamshedpur along with it. But things did change. Prices went up. Therefore, the average sales realization went up and profits went up. So Tata Steel was able to deleverage and bring down the loans to nearly 80,000 crores in the last quarter. They promise to bring down the loan by another 20,000 crores this year. The profits they have made in the first quarter of 10,000 crores will help them to start to deleverage even more. Even though there is some talk that they may not deleverage immediately but augment working capital. But I am sure Tatas will reach the target of deleveraging which they set themselves at the beginning of the year and deleverage by 20,000 crores. In fact, if this current trend continues, Tatas will be able to deleverage much more than the initially planned 20,000 crores. This will mean the net debt of Tata Steel will continue to go down south. So in reaction, what the Tatas have done, Tatas have announced along with this quarter result that they will not sell Tata Steel Southeast Asia and Tata Thailand. Basically, their results will be amalgamated with Tata Steel. Therefore, from those kept in assets for sale category, they will be moved back and kept under normal treatment because Tatas believe that this commodity super cycle will last for at least another 2 years. If this commodity super cycle lasts for a couple of years, Tata's debt, which was at 80,000 crores at the beginning of this year, will drop dramatically and can be cut by more than half. This will mean Tata Steel's profits will jump. In fact, this year's quarter's profits have jumped primarily because of lesser financial costs and lesser depreciation costs. As the loan keeps on dropping further and further, interest costs will drop further. The worst days after Tata Steel are behind it. Today, Tata Steel is trading at 1150 and odd. The EPS for the first quarter is 57. The entire EPS for last year was 117. It is very clear if the same performance is repeated, the minimum you can expect is a 200 rupee EPS for Tata Steel, which means that there is enormous potential for these stocks to rally. Tata Steel, even in this overheated market, looks like a decent company to buy. But for people like me who have held Tata Steel for more than 15 years, today is a vindication that if you buy a good company, even at a higher price, sooner or later, you will recover all your costs and make much more. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.